Welcome to Alive with Amanda. We're going to jump right into our topic, which is your mindset around taking care of yourself in private practice. This isn't something we really talked about yet or that I've shared about, but I really want to talk about self-care, taking care of yourself, and how that will lead to you having a better and more successful private practice. I decided to wear a vacation shirt in, true essence of this topic. I'm also been doing these lives every single day, so I'm running out of clothes. So I'm like, how can I get creative around my wear today? So my shirt inspired me. It's from the Spy Museum in Washington, D.C. I went a couple of months. It was really fun going to DC and exploring, and it kind of inspired me to talk about the importance of taking care of yourself and taking vacations and giving yourself space in private practice for your needs to be met. I think a lot of the times we think about our clients' needs, right? We're empathetic, we're caring, we worry about our clients, we want to help them. And while that is really admirable and that is what we're supposed to be doing, we also need to be empathetic to ourselves. We need to worry about ourselves. We need to care about ourselves. And that's going to be done in a variety of different ways. I think one way is that you financially take care of yourself, that you are creating a business plan that is really going to make sense for your life. Maybe you want to have 3 vacations a year. Maybe you want to take a month off in the summer. Maybe you want to make $300,000 a year in your private practice. Whatever your goals are, I want you to make sure that you have a business plan aligned to that and that you're able to achieve that and that you have a roadmap for you to achieve that goal for yourself. And that in that business plan, you also include some things for yourself, like making sure your money is taken care of, making sure things like that time off, sick time. It's a thing a lot of people in private practice really don't think about. When you work for an agency, like you have sick time, you have vacation time, you have this, you have that, but you are responsible for your own benefits in private practice. So a lot of the times, I'll just give you like a little tip, trick of the trade. When people look at your income, usually you will use a 48-week year as opposed to 52. So then that way you can account for like vacations and sick time and holidays and all of those kinds of things. So then that way you can really figure out, how much you need to make every week on an average in order to be able to take off that time. So that's kind of like one way that you can do that. But you want to make sure that that's outlined in your business plan when you do your financial piece and to see how much you need, every year. So I'll do like a little quick calculation here. Phone's blowing up. So we're going to look at if you wanted to gross $100,000 a year and you want to work 48 weeks out of the year, you would need to make $2,083 a week. And if you wanted to see 20 clients a week, you would need to charge $104.17. There's your money. So that will give you an idea. So then that way, if you have, if you have a week where you're off or you could say, I'm just going to charge a cool $125 and I'm going to work 20 hours a week. And then that'll give me a little cushion for some of those other things. That is a really great way to figure out how to take care of yourself and make sure that you have enough money for your private practice. I hope I didn't lose some of you with money and numbers. And I know it can be like a little overwhelming, and hopefully I did my numbers right. Somebody I tried to do a quick calculation in my head and someone's like, your numbers are wrong. And I'm like, yeah, it's probably right. So I prefer Excel sheets. So for those of you who want to put your numbers somewhere, I don't recommend you keep them in your head. It'll keep you up at night. You wake up at like 4:00 in the morning and be like, did I pay so-and-so or what's going on with my finances? No, keep them on a spreadsheet. So going back to mindset about taking care of yourself, making sure that you have vacations in there, that you're able to take off things like Labor Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July, whatever holidays, those are like the ones coming up. So I'm like referencing those, but whatever holidays are meaningful to you and vacations and sick time. And, for those of you who have children, your children's first grade graduation, you want to go and cheer them on and, making a business plan that really works for you. Do you want to work evenings? Do you want to work daytime? Do you want to work weekends? Do you want to only see 10 clients a week and then have a group practice? Like, think about, what do you want? This is about you. Your private practice is a representation of you. And how are you going to express that? And how are you going to take care of yourself? How are you going to make enough money for things like, a lot of therapists talk about going and getting massages, for instance, right? Because we're sitting all day, it's hard on our bodies. And, are you going to have enough money left over for your massage, or whatever your version of self-care is? Maybe your version of self-care is having enough money to pay for something in your life. Like, maybe you want to be able to, have a really great retirement, or save up money for college for your children, or just get, have whatever it is that is meaningful to you. You want to make sure that you are taken care of in your private practice. You also have to be represented. You also have to be taken care of. You can't just take care of your clients. You can't just always slide your fee. You can't, just take the low paying insurances. You have to take care of yourself. You have to be present. I say have, you know what I mean by that, right? We're not supposed to you shouldn't have, or, should on yourself. But I'm being emphatic because I want you really to take this to heart. I know a lot of people that watch my lives really struggle with taking care of themselves, charging what they want, setting up a business plan that makes sense for them, and really, being present to the experience in private practice. I know our clients appreciate all of those things that we do for them and the ways that we're there for them. And I think that you can just shift that a little bit and also be there for yourself, so that you are well rested, you are happy, you are content, you're eating well, you're nourished, you have enough sleep, you have enough relaxation time, you're exercising, you're doing all the things that we teach our clients to do on a regular basis. So I want you to think about the things you teach your clients to do. How can you make sure that you're doing those yourself? I want to take a moment to give a shout out to our sponsor, TherapyNotes. They are a company that will help take care of you if you're looking for support. Their electronic health record will really support you in building your private practice and making sure that you are organized and on top of your game. And at the same time, they will provide you with email and phone support if you run into some issues, you just need some learning, and have some really great tutorials on how to use their products. So I want you to check out TherapyNotes. I'm going to go back on my soapbox and talk about the importance of taking care of yourself. There are times when I struggle with this. I'm like, okay, I'll just see one more client, or I'll go to one more networking event, or I'll write one more blog post. I'm the one more person. Okay, I'll just do one more. And at times we have to learn to say no. We have to learn to prioritize our needs. If you don't have a business plan, you don't have business goals, I strongly recommend that you get some. So then that way, when an opportunity presents itself that might take up your time, energy, space, that you can say, is this in line with my business plan? There have been times when I have not wanted to do X, Y, or Z. I just didn't feel like it. My angry teenager came out and I became, indignant. I'm not doing it. And then I reminded myself of my business plan. And I'm yes, this is in line with my business plan. I'm going to go do this. And usually when I get there, I'm pretty happy and pretty good. And so I want you to make sure you have goals for your business that includes some kind of self-care, some kind of way you're represented in your business, whether it's financially and with time, or some other way that really makes your heart sing, so that you can be happy and successful in your smart private practice. I'm here most days answering your questions. I will see you all soon. Bye.